Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go into today as we have now successfully completed the latest major order. Although we still don't have hold of Fori Prime, we're going to dive into the information of that one for you guys today with a success notice to boot. We've also got some other stuff coming on from the Reddit. We've talked about Fori Prime, larger giant Shriekers, and a very interesting feature that you guys can do with the Ballistic shield. We're going to dive into everything you need to know today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up. Subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And on top of that, check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and consoles with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts. The link's in the description to go and get your games a little cheaper today. With that being said, let's take a look at our latest winner from the giveaway. A massive shout out to you. If you want to get your super credits, hit me up on Discord, link in the description. And we're going to dive on in for another one. So if you want to get involved there, a red, yellow, and purple heart in the comment section will enter you in. With that being said, let's dive on into the game and see what it is that's happening today in Helldivers 2. So starting off, as we make our way into the Galactic War Table, we now have a new success mission right here that states the Helldivers has successfully plunged through the impenetrable gloom and surveyed one of its terminid-plagued worlds. The results from the survey confirm that the gloom-mutated terminid population are saturated with high-yield specimens. Gloom-saturated planets project net E710 yield is up by 436%, greater than the non-saturated planets. In light of this, the Ministry of Expansion has appointed a special gloom exploitation committee to be headed by the trusted E710 industry leaders. Gloom density around Fori Prime is rapidly increasing, making further operations there impossible for now. The influx of E710 secured during this operation will enable accelerated research on the Meridian singularity of the center of science. It is only a matter of time until we know how the Illuminate are moving the singularity and how we stop it. So what does this mean? Well, we actually managed to solidify Fori Prime as a planet, and then, well, we lost it straight away, and the retreat order has been issued as Fori Prime now resides underneath a bit of a darker version of the gloom as it is slightly expanded out. We've now lost vision of the planet altogether. As to where it is that we're going to be able to venture next, we'll have to wait and see. It's definitely an interesting venture, but we can't see anything really in residing to the outskirts of the gloom. So where it's going to take us here in the next major order, we have no idea whatsoever. Maybe the Meridian Singularity is the next venture point. Now, while we talk about this right here, we know that Moridesh had moved around this location here, and we had the Meridian Black Hole take its way backwards before Angel's Venture again. It was almost like it got rewound in time. It was so damn strange, but it does appear that there might have been a bit of a visual bug with that one, so maybe don't look too deep into it. As of right now, Meridian Black Hole is still on its trajectory and still on path with Moridesh en route. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that one operates, but maybe we're looking at another week or two before we even get access to Moridesh. We'll have to see how that one plays out. Your personal order for the next 24 hours is to successfully extract with 10 common samples, and just as yesterday, we now have the Superstore with 3 pages, and you guys can see everything you need to on screen. We've got 24 hours replied on that one before it gets refreshed. So go ahead and get what it is that you need from the Superstore. It's going to be an interesting day. Now, moving over to the Reddit, you guys had a lot to say with regards to Fori Prime, as people were giving Arrowhead a shout out for the awesome movement that Fori Prime actually held. This post right here received nearly 5,000 upvotes, and it states that seriously the best aesthetic we have had so far in the game. The whole atmosphere of the gloom fog, bugified cities, biotitans crushing buildings while they chase you, new bug strains, chef's kiss, props for a great MO. Now, this is exactly what we've been wanting to see from the company. The development team behind it have been working so damn hard, and it seems like they're not slowing down whatsoever. Since we saw the Illuminate late last year, for the past maybe 3 months now, we've experienced nothing but pure chaos, carnage, and more venturing into the game, including urban biomes on the bot side, the bug side, new strains. Everything seems to be just picking up, and I think that this major order right here was probably one of the best ones that we've seen for quite some time. So again, a massive shout out to those of you at Arrowhead. I appreciate you greatly. Now, what is one thing that you can add into the chaos for this one? Obviously, we've got the Predator strain, we have got the Spore explosive strain, and they are very, very cool. What if one of those happened to hold a giant Shrieker? Yeah, well, apparently this post has just gone up on the Reddit and is gaining traction pretty damn quickly, but it states, I think it'd be awesome if they added a giant flying terminid like a Shrieker Titan that could snatch Helldivers and vehicles. Now, not only do I absolutely hate you for giving them this idea, but I absolutely despise the standard Shriekers, let alone a ginormous pterodactyl looking thing. Jeez, man, this could cause some absolute chaos and carnage, especially if it did hold the Predator strain to that degree as well. We'll have to wait and see if anything like that does ever show up, but as far as the concept goes, it's pretty damn clever. One thing that isn't a concept, though, and is actually in the game, this one blew my mind, and after seeing the comments, it appears it blew a load of yours as well. Somebody stated right here on the Helldivers 2 subreddit, stating, anybody else do this? Now, this clip that you're actually watching is with a guy who has a ballistic shield on his back. He sees a terminid coming towards him, turns around, tits the parry off of the ballistic shield that's currently residing on his back. He is not utilizing it at all. This is absolute genius as to how it is that he was able to do that. I'm sure it's all down to timing and knowing when certain things are going to happen and how to angle it, but my good lord, that is absolutely hilarious. I didn't even know that that was a thing. Now, apparently it is fairly recent that the shield can block melee usage. Now, it only used to block bullets before that, so they obviously was only really too useful on the bot front, but it may well be worth picking up the ballistic shield now and taking it over to the bug side and trying to figure out different ways of being able to utilize this thing. Overall, it is a pretty useful thing, and I know that you guys have been using the shield generator. It seems to be something that everybody's picked up from day one. If you guys remember the shield generator and railgun combo, it was a little bit crazy and everybody was using it. But it may be the time for the ballistic shield, so maybe go give it a crack. You never know what you may be able to do with it. And next up right here, we have just had some inspiration coming from Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear, who has recently been showcasing a load of mods. Now, between me and the Discord and some people that we've been talking to over there, we've been talking about how it is that they can customize the Super Destroyer and how they could actually increase a bit of a movement inside of that to give it a little bit more personality inside of the game. But it appears that somebody obviously beat us to the mark with that one, as this mod is called the Super Destroyer RGB Lighting All-in-One. And although this is a very small detail, this is something that they can add to the actual game and make it look visually a little bit different to normal. The reason why I'm bringing this up isn't to showcase what the mod can actually do. I'm not a real big guy in the modding scene. If you guys want to check that out, Lieutenant Buzz Lightyear is generally the guy to go to for that one. But for me personally, knowing that this is that easy to implement, I would quite like the ability to be able to do that inside of the game in the vanilla version of it. And I think that this is a really easy implementation to be able to sort of like start off that customization in the game. Let me know if you guys would like to be able to do that and what color it is that you would actually utilize inside of your Super Destroyer if you had the option to. With that being said, though, we're going to take a look at your top comments because you guys have got a lot to say as per usual. The most opinionated community on the internet. And it states right here, I was diving on Fori Prime yesterday and there were deep rumblings underground. Not tremors, there were no tremor warnings and no slowdown from the Helldivers or enemies. Literally just the sound of something underground moving about. Now, we've obviously been talking about the Hive Lord for a little while now. If you guys have experienced this same thing, do please get me a clip of this. Send it over to me on Discord. We can take a look and review it and see what it is that's going on there. I've not heard of this before, but after taking a look at the comment section, apparently a few people have been experiencing this quite a lot lately. If you do manage to experience it and get a clip of it, do let me know via the comment section and ping it over to me on Discord. Next up, this one right states, clearly General Brash is moving Meridia back by himself. That is why Meridia is moving backwards. And yes, actually, you may well be right. General Brash is that guy. He is him. And with the table making absolutely no sense at all, the first option has to be General Brash, 110%. And this next one states, Meridia wanted a round 2 with Angel's Venture. Now, my heart can only take one movement going towards Angel's Venture. The explosion for that one ripped me into 1,000 pieces as well as the planet. So I don't really want to experience that one a second time round. Thank you very much. Now, that was quite an interesting day indeed, and hopefully we'll see a new major order come through the works in the next 24 hours. The likelihood is we'll see something come up tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel because you know that we'll bring it here to your faces as soon as it goes live. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.